Yeah, baby. I want to put it in your butt.
We need a theme song.
I want to put it in your
I'll
butt.
make a theme song for you guys.
Yeah. Go ahead, off the dome right now. Give us some.
Oh.
Come on. Acapella
No,
style.
okay.
Come on.
I like-
I'm
I
not
like
a
it in the ass.
rapper.
I like
No,
it in the
it's not gonna
ass.
happen today. I have to really sit down and focus, you
Give
guys.
us like a little snippet.
Ho ass Ariel, Sammy, Sam, we about to go and get it, fam.
Oh!
I
welcome
googled that
to
before I
Booty
came
and
here.
The motherfucking beast.
I'm shook.
I'm sure.
I always mess around and I'm like, I wanted to be a rapper. But no, I don't got it.
No, same. That's how
I would
it is
totally
for me
need
too.
a ghostwriter.
Yeah, for sure.
I
See,
can
I can-
deliver. I got delivery.
I can only be a ghostwriter. I can't be a rapper, but I've definitely written raps for people. But
Who? Let's hear.
Well, in the past, it's just I worked with E40's artist La Rue, the hard hitter. He doesn't go by that now. He goes by Hit a Slim.
Damn.
But we did a song. It was the first time I'd ever been on an airplane, actually.
Wow.
And he flew me to the Bay. And first of all, I got there. I was all alone, and I had been on my first flight. And I'm like, all right, straight
you're a
to the
white
bar.
girl.
I had just turned 21 too, so I'm like, get me to the bar. I'm so uncomfortable. What am I doing in Oakland by
Gotta
myself?
Loosen yourself.
Yeah. So I go to the bar, I have all these margaritas, and
She
I'm
went
there,
dumb,
big
dumb.
and beautiful margaritas, meeting people. People know who the artist that I was working with was, and I was like, this is cool. He's like a local
Yeah,
Oakland
that's
famous artist.
dope.
I'm excited now. And then I got so scared at the hotel. I was like, it smells like cigarettes. This is weird.
It
He
was
came
shady.
and picked me up and takes me to the trap house.
No.
I see like on a TV
Way to
tray,
scare a woman.
like stacks of money. I was like, I
And a
just have
white
to use
and a
that.
white girl. There's a
A
white
woman
white
at
girl.
that.
I've never been on a plane.
She thought she was kidnapped first.
Yeah, I was like, I just gotta pee. It's all good. I was like, love your money. Like stacks of cash. I was like,
love what you're doing with the joint.
Yeah. But so yeah, that was my rap experience. That was my
That's
only
so
rap song
dope.
I've ever done, and it didn't get released. But I still think we should release it because it's
I think we
Yo,
should too.
hold
I'll
up.
play it for you guys
Before
later.
let's.
Yeah.
We
No,
haven't even
now she
introduced.
gotta tell
I
us.
know we haven't even
Gone deep
introduced.
That's
into
why
it.
you gotta. It's called the fish hook. You gotta hook them on in. No.
Yo, this is episode. What the fuck? This is episode.
I told you I only count money, Sammy Sam.
This is 7, 8. You know what I mean? Yeah, we out there, baby.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? This is Booty and the Beast.
Is it
Ho
7
ass
or is it
Ariel. This is Megan Perry.
Woo woo.
Mega Booty.
Mega boo.
Which one do I go by? Megan Perry. She's first and foremost.
Yeah. You gotta go by both.
You put them
I
both
like
out
it.
there.
So I met Megan. How long ago was this shit?
At least a decade.
Yeah,
No
at least,
way.
At least 10
Yeah,
years ago.
2010 for sure.
Yeah, we was
Oh,
wild.
I forget how old we are.
Yeah, I'm like, do I say that?
Right? Like, so she was with the Party Rock crew, and I was always with them too. So fucking
Yeah.
we were always wilding at Dre. I met you at Dre's.
Is that where we met? In Vegas?
No,
In West Hollywood.
Yeah, at the
Or
Party Rock
Hollywood.
Wednesdays.
How
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
You know, I went to I didn't go to high school with Q, the dancer. My sister did.
Oh, really?
So I knew him when I was a little girl. And so when
Damn.
I would see him, I'd be like, oh, silly Q. Like, didn't think anything of it.
He just got engaged.
I know,
Yeah,
I
I saw
saw
that.
that.
Congrats,
It's
Q.
crazy. Yeah.
Shout out to the Party Cave.
Yes.
Woo.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do something with them soon.
Yeah.
We're
And
all
Q
growing
was like,
up.
I think like his prom date was also like my sister's friend. They were on the cheer team.
Cute.
So when he would like come and watch her cheer and I would be sitting with him. So like Q and I were like homies. Like
Aw.
it was
That's
cool to see how successful he is.
So
Yeah.
crazy. We all came from different places, and it's like
Right, and
still
all
a family
ties.
to this day.
Yeah.
Like I still talk to so many of you guys. Like it's
Yeah.
dope. It's dope. It's a real family.
So have you been a host since then?
Have I been a hoe?
Yeah,
I was born a hoe. No, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
you're.
Us hosts took that very personal, Sammy.
I said, have you been a host? Your face turned.
Does that evolve, or it's not something that just happens overnight, Sammy?
Yeah.
No, I know. Well, dude, being part of that whole the Party Rock crew is just
Yeah, no, I'm not
shit
gonna
was-
lie.
That shit was
definitely is
wild.
a part
Like
of it.
everybody fucking everybody. You know what I mean? Like
It was like
everybody
high
drunk.
school, only like on crack.
Yeah, dude, it was fun.
Incestuous AF.
Yeah, that
for
shit
sure.
that shit was wild.
It was.
So funny shit is me and her we bullshit on Instagram and shit and like yo we gotta get together and fucking whatever and then she's like I gotta come on your podcast I got some shit to talk
I have some stories.
Yeah.
For y'all.
Yes,
We're just gonna listen to her talk
So
today.
that's what I'm getting at. So fucking, you told me about this story. You've been dating these dudes. Like you date homosexuals?
No. Well, I
way
mean, not
you
that I have
asked the
anything
question.
wrong with homosexuals. I love homosexuals.
No.
And
I'm not saying
sometimes
like
I
if something's
can
wrong.
be a
I'm
little
saying
lesbian.
so that's
But yeah, that's the consensus is
It was.
I would say
coincidental.
bisexual because obviously they're into me. So
no.
I
But
wouldn't
did you know?
say-
But do you know that they fuck with dudes?
not beforehand.
Oh, so you're
Like I was slowly figuring that out, fortunately or unfortunately.
So you find out after. So there's nothing like so. She told me the last 3 guys she fucked with.
Not the last 3, but definitely 3 in general.
3 of the guys
Yeah.
in general that they just ended up gay. They ended up going with a lover, like a gay lover after.
It's just I would say gay tendencies for sure.
What do you?
Because here's the thing about like whether they're straight men or bisexual. None of them have come out as bisexual, so they're straight men in my eyes, right?
Yeah.
And then I start hearing some very gay things about them.
Yeah, like how did this unravel? I want.
So the first time it was an ex-boyfriend who it was a disaster. He was like a Hollywood kid, I would describe him as. Like his parents and grandparents they were actors or whatever. And so he was like, I'm a troubled soul and my grandparents pay for my life. And so that was the first issue. And he got into drugs. I found out he was on drugs. And then one night he was living on this boat in Marina Del Rey. And he was just like with a tranny for like 3 days straight. And
That's hot.
Yeah.
How is that hot?
I think trannies are hot.
I do too. And like, yes.
Yes, I'm not the only one.
That's crazy. Okay. Yes. Just look at my history. You'll be like, what? I'm like,
it's the boobs and the dick.
yeah.
All in
I'm
one.
not mad about it at all. Yeah. So, anyways,
Don't be
I'm like,
me,
yeah.
Sammy.
yeah. Like,
Damn, all right.
I don't like. That's how girls are. Like girls think other girls are hot.
yeah.
yeah,
It's like
well, other
trannies. Like
girls-
trannies is like being another girl, and then like, oh, whoa, you got the magic stick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bonus.
You can do everything I want.
Okay, just a quick little Sammy Sam a story break real quick. There's these 3 girls, 3 like trannies that are kind of hot. They go through Hollywood. Dude, I was fucked up. I was fucked up at Playhouse, and I was like, "Yo, like, why are these girls not at anybody's table? Like, what the fuck?" And I was like, "Hey, you like, what are you guys doing right there? Like, here."
Pulled them.
I was like, "Yo, here, drink some of my bottle." So I gave them my bottle, and then my boys fucking, "Hey, dude, those are fucking dudes." And I was like, "Oh shit!" And then I just grabbed the bottle back and like yo, to the security. I told the
Rude.
security.
Yeah, I was like, you would share with your
You're
friends
rude.
first.
Dude,
of all, right?
dude, they look like dudes. Like, or no, they look like girls, like hot
I
girls.
was like, well,
No,
now
no,
we're
no,
questioning
no.
you.
Dude, like, I'm not trying to go that way. Like,
No,
you
so
know.
yeah,
'Cause
but
then now
also
they are
no
girls.
judgment because
Yeah, I'm not judging, but
it's an
I mean,
aesthetic that's beautiful.
I just would. That's not what I prefer. You know what I mean? I like some
But
good
you
warmth.
You
wouldn't
don't like
have
the surprise. We like the
known. I like the
surprise.
surprise.
So there's a
You
difference.
wouldn't have known.
I like to feel the warmth of that thing when I'm up in there, baby. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Oh,
so
Yes,
to
go
her
back to you. Back to you.
story.
Back to you.
Yeah, no. So he was living on a boat in Marina Del Rey, which I was paying for also. So that's a whole nother
Oh,
problem.
girl.
But his grandmother
Drink
would
to
send
that
me money once in a while, so it was fine.
Oh,
I
you
guess.
gotta love the grannies.
And
Grannies and trannies.
I
The
swear
grannies
he
and the
was.
trannies.
So I found out later that he was on drugs, and his ex-girlfriend was like, "Yeah, he said he was hanging out with that person, but he wasn't just hanging out. Like he was having sex for drugs." And I was like,
Oh.
He was having
okay.
sex for drugs, and he had a lot of money still, though.
No, he didn't have a lot of money. He just, whenever he needed money, his parents would pay, fund him.
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
he
He
would
just,
have
like,
to
had no
come up
worries.
with a story, and they would send him money. Like you know what I mean? It
Yeah,
was a whole
yeah,
process.
yeah.
But
Like his life sounds pretty fun though. Living on a boat, drunk and
Yeah,
well,
high.
I bet your
Having
girlfriend, that your
sex.
dumb girlfriend paid for. And
You were
like-
young. You didn't know any better.
Yeah, that's true. I was like 23. No, that's a lie. I was like 26.
Yeah. So did you do anything with the tranny? Yeah, that's what.
Did I? I know I should have just been like, "Can I come? Can I come over?"
Yeah, since I paid, can I join?
So you
Like,
didn't. So
since
you
I'm funding
didn't. So he was on your boat, and
No,
you-
it was his boat.
or
No, it was my boat.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
it was
it
your
was that she
boat.
mine. I
paid
But you were
rented
paying for it.
Okay,
Okay,
guys,
okay.
I found like a boat for $350 in Marina Del Rey that was
shit.
docked that he could, because my roommates were like, your boyfriend can't live here. Because I had a house in West Hollywood. And I was like, really? He just stays in my room all day, every day. It's fine. He's, like
He's
a
barely
pet.
alive.
He's
Look
like
at
my dog. It's
He's
fine.
barely alive.
I know. I'm like, I feed
just
him.
gets high and
He
passes out.
naps
He's cool.
for like 7 hours a day and then sleeps also. So it's not really a big deal. But so I had rented him that for like $350 a month, which is the cheapest
super
shit
cheap. You've
ever.
never
And
heard
I
of
hung
that.
out there all the time. I was like, all right, I guess this is where we kind of live now.
Sick.
It was very interesting. So then the next one, I just heard.
Wait, no, hold on. Before you go to the next one.
Yeah.
So that one, you fucking like. So after you guys were done, like you just found out like.
No, so his ex-girlfriend and I became really good friends. Like that's how I like let go in the first place, because she kind of like talked me out of it. Like, this guy's crazy. Just move on. I spent 7 years with him.
I have a question.
And she said that she walked in on him in a hotel room with one of his best guy friends. They were in robes, fully naked, in bed together. And she had a
I'm a
seizure
super
and
dope.
passed out.
like because she caught them?
Yeah.
Whoa. Wait, so
Wait,
okay,
what
my
happened?
question is though,
Wait, what? I wasn't listening.
she when she walked in on them, she like got so shook that she had a seizure and passed out.
Oh,
like she was
shit.
that shook.
Yeah. And so then he tried to say, like, oh no, you were just imagining things.
That's what
and
you call
you
getting
were-
shooked.
Right?
She was
That's how
shook.
you know it's no bueno.
So did she hit you up or did you hit her up about like how did you guys become friends?
It was our whole relationship for like a year. She was like, I hated her at first.
Because
And then I
she was still
realized
kind
that
of involved with him?
Yeah, for sure.
Because he was
So,
still mooching off of her. I'm
penetrating the whole situation still. But I started to realize like this girl, no, like it's not necessarily an enemy, and she probably is like looking out for me, honestly, genuinely, like obviously selfishly too.
So
Like,
she
I-
was like, was she hitting you up like, hey, he said this, he said that, like I was with him the other night, like was it that type of?
kind of, but
Okay.
mostly just, I don't know, it was so long ago.
Because I
now,
was in a situation like that too, but I was hitting her up more like. What happened was he was seeing both of us,
Yeah.
and then I told her like, "Hey, like, are you seeing him too?" And she's like, "Yeah, I know all about you." And like right away, I was the enemy, and I was like, "No, I want to give you my side. Like, I'm just
Yeah.
trying to come clean." And then I got mad because I was like, "You're a dumb bitch. Like, hello, I'm trying to tell you like
and
reality."
you're taking his side.
Yeah, and then I was like, you know what?
Okay.
Fuck her. Like, she'll just find out on her own. And so
Yeah.
like, not that I stuck around, but I was like, when he called me and it benefited me, I went. I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
come pick me up. Like, and then she was like, I heard you see him. And I was like, I tried to tell you, but you don't
Yeah.
care. So why am I going to care?
No, I'm a huge advocate on girls like believing other girls. you
Yeah,
know?
I was like, I tried to tell you. And like, because he kind of went like psycho on me where he was like almost stalker. And I told her, I was like, dude, I have emails. I changed my number. I blocked him. Like, he shows up at my work. And like, I even got a new car. And like, I'll like see him on the street. Like, he's following me. And she was like, he just wants to make sure you're okay. I'm like, bitch is fine.
All day, every day.
Get out of here, yeah.
I'm cool at AM PM. My friend Bruce got me. He's looking out for me too.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
we
Like,
good.
crazy. But yeah, I had to ask because some bitches be crazy.
No, yeah, I mean, no, I definitely think that the girlfriends or ex-girlfriends of my exes are definitely crazy, but I would say I'm crazy too. So
See, I don't feel like
in
I
a
have that
good way.
craziness.
No, I'm definitely more of a guy, like in mentality, and don't want to be crazy. But I'm a stalker for sure. Like, so is that crazy?
Yeah. Well, I don't know
Or
if
detect-
that's
that's
crazy.
being
I don't know if
Smart,
stalkers.
you're smart.
I think
too.
that's part of
Being
girls'
nosy.
nature now. This is part of being a woman. Yo.
We're
I
detectives.
mean, like, I'm not necessarily where I'm like, I'm going to pop in on him or like, I want to see what he's doing. But it's like, sometimes I get curious and I'm like, oh, yeah, you're still ugly. Like, move on with my
No,
life.
see me, I'm like, I know where you are. I know who you're with. I already saw it on their friends' Snapchats and their Instagrams.
Oh, yeah,
like,
see.
but I don't sit there and
Girls
like
be
do
girls
it all
be
day. I
knowing.
just like
Girls be he
quick-
was supposed to be at Playhouse this night. All right, let's go to the Playhouse. The location. Then they start going through all the pictures and shit.
See, because I think that's where I'm like a guy too. Because I'm like, oh, okay, he's out. He didn't invite me. Guess where the fuck I'm gonna be? I'm gonna see like I'm gonna be somewhere totally different,
Yeah.
having my own fun. And when he finds out, he's gonna be mad. Like, you didn't even tell me. Like, you damn right I didn't tell you.
You didn't
Yeah,
tell me?
I do shit
I don't
like
need
that
to tell
too,
you.
though.
Like, no, even if they do tell me, I'm that petty where I'm like, oh, really? Okay, have fun. Guess where I'm going, bitch.
No, I'm like, you didn't text me back. I went out. I don't care. I'm not waiting for you. Bye.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Like, no, I'm not gonna ask you where you were. If
Not
I get
that girl.
like, I think I get off on too. Like, I got away with it. He has no clue. Like,
That's what. Okay, I saw a meme. I don't know if you post. I always assume that you post this stuff, but
right, the worst one.
it was like, "Don't hide your phone. I'm cheating too."
Oh,
I was
no,
like,
I didn't post it, but I
Okay.
did see that. I did
I
see
was
that.
like,
one.
"Why are you being all weird with your phone? It's okay. I'm cheating too." I was like, "I feel that one." I'm like, "It's all good."
Yo, that's funny. That's,
I don't want you to look at my phone
the
either.
one that says like, I just seen it last week. It said like, don't unfollow me because you think I'm in a relationship. I cheat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't trip. I cheat. Yeah.
Sammy and I were just saying that. I was like, I'm a cheater. Like,
Oh my god.
Yeah, I just heard
I was
this
like,
guy
I can
say.
marry. Like, I'm a cheater.
Yeah, there's a guy every single day. 2 different guys that are married have come up to me in the past week being like, so what does that mean? Oh, I'm married. What does that have to do with it? I'm like,
Oh,
Did you fuck him?
no.
but I mean,
She's like, oh.
Not yet.
it's an option.
Still working out the details.
Yeah.
It's like if the shoe fits, guilty. Like,
Yeah.
I always say that.
I
Are
don't know.
you
I
guilty?
just like I am. I feel like I am born to be single. If that sounds weird, I don't know.
I
but
think you're my soulmate.
I saw you and I was like, you're the cutest little thing ever. But I
Oh,
know
my
that
best
society makes you feel weird for being single, but I really feel like, and that's a dude mentality at the same time. Like I was
Same.
born to be single. Like
I mean, I think
I am that
I'm not gonna
hoe.
lie. I used to think that.
no, you're a total relationship person.
I
You're a
used to.
hopeless
I used to
romantic.
think
Yeah,
that
he
that
is.
like I want to be single. Nah, not no more, man. Like
Really?
yeah, like
I
But
mean, I
once
do
you
and I
get
don't.
it, you'll be over it.
I like being single. I like my freedom. I don't like having to be like, hey, babe, this is what I did today. Like, I can't stand
Yeah,
the
no.
small talk.
I don't like
Oh
the.
no! I'm like,
Mm-mm.
tell me what you're
I don't
doing
like. Yeah, I don't like the.
I don't
the,
like having to report to someone.
I don't like reporting to multiples. Like you know what I'm saying.
Well-
I'm tired of being a player.
He's got to tell all the bitches where he's at.
No, like you know what I'm saying. Like they all want to know like what you up to. You know what I mean? Like yo, feel like I gotta respond to like a mass text. Hey, hitting the gym.
He's like, I just
yeah.
started posting my schedule on Instagram, so I don't have to report to
Yo,
the
that's
host.
why I love to Snapchat because at one point I had like 10 boyfriends and I would send them all the same snap. And it would like, it didn't send in a group, but just sent individually. And I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
this shit's
Genius.
golden.
Yes, don't
It
put
was
all
like
your
the
eggs
same
in one
name to all of them.
basket.
And then people would tell me too, like, isn't it hard having that many? And I'm like, no, like it's Friday night. And then they'll all hit me up and I'm like,
You choose.
no, that sounds boring. Like, yeah, I'll go with him. Ding, ding, ding. Like,
Yeah, it's like
That's
shopping.
hilarious.
exactly.
For me, it's just I can't lie. I don't remember what I told one girl because I think I told the other, so I always get caught up.
Guys,
I would
forget it.
always get caught up. So it's like yo,
We're
like
smarter.
Yeah, I wouldn't lie. I, like,
no, I'm not saying I'll lie, but I just don't remember what I told the girl. So now it looks like I'm
Like
lying.
about his day, like maybe he already told that girl
Yeah.
that he went to the grocery store.
Well, I thought I
and
told
he's
you that already.
retelling
No, that
her.
wasn't me. That was the other girl. Maybe it was the other.
My
girl.
God.
That
At
was-
least you have a daughter, so you're like, it was probably
Yeah.
her.
Oh my god. Dude, so in my sink
My bad.
in my sink today, the other day, whatchamacallit, I found some blonde hairs in my sink. And first of all, I was like, yo, like
My face.
daughter don't have
I was like,
my daughter don't have
Were
no
you
blonde
there?
hair. So, my daughter was at my house this weekend. So I was like, yo, she don't have no blonde hair. So I was like, dang, she can't. But Vera and Joanna came over. So I was like, then none of them have fucking blonde
yeah,
hair.
I was like,
yo.
hold on, Sammy.
I was like, damn. I was like, yo, who else is in my house?
You don't even know who you cheated with.
Yeah. Nah, I got a girl to cheat, but yeah, that's just
so
weird.
you still don't know?
No, I still don't know.
Oh, you a hoe.
No, no,
kidding.
no,
It
I,
could just be one blonde hair.
I haven't had sex in a while, so it's cool.
In
That's
how long?
so funny.
How long has it been since
Drum
I had
roll.
sex? I think 2 months.
So
Wait.
not this year.
Yeah,
I haven't had sex
since
this
last
year either.
Yeah.
Since December 22nd.
Damn.
At
I'm going
7:48
to
p.m. at
It was me.
at 7:48 p.m.
It was
Did it start
probably
or
4
finish?
Yo.
It was
Oh,
Anthony,
In
huh?
and Out's birthday, baby.
December 22nd? Oh, well, I celebrated.
She
for
had
you.
birthday sex for you.
How many times did you not?
Did I? Once.
How many times did he?
Him? 4.
Oh, sorry. Oh, you got that fire. Oh, you got You
But
got
it was
that.
like a 2-day thing too. Also,
It was a layover.
yeah.
Yeah. Is he gay now?
I swear he's gay. No, he's not.
Oh, you did tell me about this dude too. You said he's gay.
He's a
so
hairdresser.
He's
He's a
fucking-
hairdresser.
Oh, he's gay
Sorry,
for sure.
I love you,
Sorry,
but-
guys.
Oh, man. So okay, let's
He's
go.
not. He's not gay.
You know what? I have a friend though, guilty. What is it called? Confession. And he's gay, and he's so fucking hot. And I'm like, are you sure?
No, I know.
And he's like, Ariel, stop. And I'm like,
Like,
one
one day,
one time,
if we're drunk.
please, can I rape you real quick?
But see, that's the guy part of us too. I swear. I'm just
Dude,
like,
there's some of these
are
gay
you
dudes.
sure?
I think there's some guys that fake the funk like if they're gay, but they're really not gay, but they just want to fuck some of these girls. All right, I'll be that one time, you know what I mean? And just
I've never came across that.
No.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I've seen
That
my
sounds
gay
so good.
friends make out with my girlfriends, though. I've never made out with
But
a gay
that's
guy.
like being like a girl making out with a girl. I feel like that's
Yeah,
that could be so innocent.
Fun and games, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I get that.
I'm so innocent.
It's all
That's not
fun
the
and games
proper
till
term.
someone gets pregnant by a gay guy.
Yo, dang, that's crazy. Oops, I'm pregnant, but who's the dad?
Remember my gay?
Him and his husband.
Remember the one I told you not to worry about because he's gay?
Yeah. Remember I said we were
Oh,
best
man.
friends only? Whoops.
So tell us about this other dude.
The next one.
Next one.
Well, I just like he is on TMZ all the time, and so I read on TMZ that he's gay, basically. So it wasn't my whole.
I love that you write to them.
That I what?
You write to them and tell them.
No,
No.
I
Oh.
didn't. No,
I was
no,
like,
no.
damn.
I was like, I
You're
don't know
savage.
their number. No, I read on TMZ
Oh, you
that
read.
he
You
has
said I read.
I thought you said
possibly-
you write. I was like, I love that you
or
write
like
that.
that he has admitted that he's bisexual, etc.
Oh, okay.
And so that I was like, fuck, another one bites the dust. Like,
Damn.
is it because I am more of a dude mentality that these dudes are like, I like you because you're a girl, like the whole Trinity
I was
thing.
thinking that too about
yeah,
myself.
like I have a vagina and I'm like hanging out with one of the guys.
I don't know.
You
Like,
know?
do you feel like because like people have types? I don't feel like I have a type.
Same.
So I
Personally.
don't know. Maybe like one time I dated this guy and he was kind of femme, and then I was like, like at first we were friends. And
Yeah.
I was like, are you sure you're not gay?
Well, yeah,
I still
that
question
reminds me of the third one. I don't know if you're ready to move on to the third one. The
Yeah,
second one
what-
kind of
whatever.
has no story.
No, the second one. Oh, is that one?
it.
No, you bleep that name.
I was like,
Bleep that
You
name.
need to control yourself.
yes, it was.
He'll
I
bleep
used
it out.
to have
knew-
the biggest crush on him as a little girl.
I
knew we could
but
bleep it
here's
out, that's
my
why.
thing. I was like, if he dates Hillary Duff, like he'll like me. I looked like her in 6th grade. I think that's
I
what
did
it
see
is.
it. I'm like, when you said it, I was like, oh, I see that shit.
But no, he had like mommy. I don't want to talk about it now because no, we said it. But
No, we'll bleep the name out
Yeah,
so
we're
nobody
bleeping
really
all this
knows.
out.
oh, okay, yeah, he had mommy issues. Like he would be like rub my head and like lay in my bosom and like
I'm so
he
sorry.
wouldn't let me. Can I say we'll bleep it?
Yeah.
Suck his dick. He wouldn't let me suck his dick. You guys, I swear to God. I
Wow.
was like, he was like, this is your night. Every time. He's like, no, it's all about you. And I'm like,
Damn.
well,
Every
is
time?
it
Give
weird?
him my
Like,
number.
I definitely inspected
Give him
it
my
to be like,
number.
is
Give him my
it
number.
weird? Is that why? You know what I mean? Like, is he like scared I'm going to see something weird on his dick or something?
Oh, wow.
But yeah, every single time he'd be like, no, and flip me over and just be like, I'm all about you. I'm like,
You know what? I know girls have told me, like friends, are like, I don't like it. And I'm like, I don't think you're getting it right.
no, it's the mentality.
You think so?
Well, you know, I think
Because
a
I
lot-
used to be
think-
like that.
Do you come
I-
across that, Sam?
No, I think a lot of it has to do with something that happened to them when they were kids. And-
Here and there,
Maybe.
baby. But I think it's mentality in general.
But I like I'm
now
telling
you're
you,
making
like
me think about my childhood.
No. I'm saying for girls for
a
some
girl to
girls
say, "I don't like it."
that, there's something way
I think
more
it's a
deeper.
confidence
There's way
issue.
more deeper
I've
than
never thought that.
you know what I'm saying. I'm telling you, so obviously, you know, I'm a church boy, and I know too much. My parents, my grandpas, and their pastors and stuff. So I know too much of what went on in like in the church and in people's lives and stuff because I would hear everything.
Yeah,
And
because they feel comfortable explaining that.
and
too.
and so like you know what I'm saying. So now like I was talking to my mom about this the other day. I was like, yo, it's crazy.
Wow.
Like I know too much of like what goes on. So it's like and even I was talking to my uncle today. Like I know way too much that goes on that I shouldn't have known when I was younger. And then so now like when girls like there's something going on, I was like, oh dude, something happened. Something happened with them.
But is that a red flag for you?
Huh?
Is that ever a red flag for you?
Oh no, I'm still gonna try to shove my dick in their mouth like some way.
But relationship wise.
No.
It's all day though.
What do you mean? Is it a red flag?
Because she was saying too, like she had a guy that kind of had issues. If you come across somebody who has issues, do you like, oh yeah, let's power through this?
I mean, it's
or situational.
It depends on, is it somebody that I'm trying to be in a relationship with? Mm-hmm. Is it somebody that I'm just trying to fuck for the night? Is it, you know what I mean?
But if it's like kind of fresh, like a few, like the first couple of dates.
But just kind of feeling each other?
Yeah, like feeling it
I
out.
would run.
I seem to.
Like, I don't know. It depends. It depends. Like it all depends. Because I've been with a girl before where I could tell there was a lot of issues there, but I felt like I couldn't run. I had to like try to help her.
You're like you were
so
stuck.
Yeah, like you feel stuck.
That was my latest. That is gay, but I was stuck. I felt stuck.
Yeah,
So I kind of felt.
All right, we're gonna go to counseling about this for the rest of our lives because That's the other mentality.
That's the part where it comes into you got to try to help them as much as possible because most people don't want help because it's embarrassing.
Or they don't know that they
think
need
they're
help.
fine.
Yeah, they think they're fine.
To them,
Yeah.
so like that's their reality. They don't realize that it's not normal. So
Yeah.
they don't realize that they need help.
And
Totally.
and what's crazy, you will be shocked of how many of your own friends.
Oh yeah.
And your own people have had something done to them, molested or something done while they were kids and stuff. Like, dude, it's fucking
more than I even want to know about.
It's ridiculous.
It's like
and
more common than you would think.
Yes,
Yeah.
and some of our closest friends that you know, so you wonder why there's certain ways and there's someone there because certain situations happen, and they will go to take that to the grave.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
too.
They'll take it to the grave. And there's issues that's why I always say with guys and girls in fucking relationships, like fucking they just jump from relationship to relationship. They fucking jump from, you're taking your your garbage from one relationship to another and just adding more trash to it. And then fucking before you heal yourself, because you don't heal yourself, fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you're just going to be fucked.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm happier being single. 'Cause I'm like, I'm constantly focused on myself.
Yeah.
Nobody bother me. I focus on my goals way more than when I'm in a relationship.
Of
Personally, that's
course.
just not.
Well, yeah. Well, when you're like, definitely when you get in a relationship, like shit stops. Not, it doesn't have to stop, but you know what I'm saying? Like you stop, like, yo, you put more time
I'll
into
wake up thinking about what they want for breakfast instead of like what I need to do that day.
Man.
Yeah, which isn't bad. I feel like that's what a relationship should be. Like, and that's why I tell people, they're like, let's date, or let me take out a date, and I'm like, I don't even want to touch it because it's pointless. Like, that's what a relationship should be. I want to be in a relationship where somebody wakes up and thinks about me. I'm like, oh, what does she want today? And
the roles being reversed.
And same thing, like I should wake up and feel that way about him. But right now, at my point in life, I'm like, no. And my thing is I have children. So I'm like all about my kids. So I'm like, no, like I don't want to bring somebody into their lives that's not going to be.
That's a whole nother level.
Yeah, like I'll just wait. And I've always said it too. I'm like, I'm going to do my kids. Like I had my kids super young. So I'm like, by the time they're doing their own thing, I'm still going to be young.
Yeah.
And I'll be able to like do it because I'll probably be more financially stable.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, that's where I'm at with it. But damn, like you were talking about all that right now when we had the episode with Kiara. I don't know if it was on the episode or not, but we had talked about it. And I was talking about how when I get drunk, I like agree to everything. I'm like, yeah, let's do this. Like, I'm like the happiest drunk ever. And she's like, that's because nothing bad's ever happened to you. I'm like, don't kill me.
I don't know if that's true. I think that you just don't want to focus on the negativity.
No, that like, and she kind of has a point because you know what I'm saying? Like, like, you know, so you trust people too easy, you know what I mean? Like, yo, when shit's happened to you, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, yo, you're like, wait, hold up. Wait, where are we going?
But I kind
Wait,
of
what are
thought
we
about
doing?
it too, and I was like, I don't get like belligerently drunk unless I'm really comfortable with whoever I'm with, anyways.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm sloppy. I'm like,
I'm
Tits
not
start
sloppy.
coming.
I just don't
Tits start
trust
coming
other
out,
people.
fucking
body
booty.
parts are out. I get kicked out of the club.
I'm on the other end where I have experienced more than like for your average white girl from San Diego would experience. Like I got shot in 10th grade by my neighbor.
What?
So like
I
I'm
wanna
not
hear
a
this one.
trusting person.
Okay, wait,
I'm
hold on.
like,
She's
hold
a
on, hold on.
gangster.
Hold that story real quick. We gotta do some sponsors real quick.
Yeah,
But-
Wow, you can't cut her
Hold on,
off.
we're gonna come back to it. That way, people.
My heart hurts.
I love it.
Yo, shout out to my 448 Graham family. We appreciate you. They just signed on for another 3 episodes. We fucking love you guys. Actually, next episode we are going to be doing live from the 448 penthouse with the Sam's Takeover, the Sam's Hot Rod Girls. And also got a shout out to my my lawyers, AV Justice. I'm
You don't
like, I
even
forgot
know.
it. AV Justice. You know what I'm saying? Justice Law. If you guys need a lawyer, please hit them up. You know what I'm saying? Or hit me up and I will link you guys. And also shout out to Shop at Family, Han Wu, and the whole Legends, all the legends all across Southern California. You can go. And then also got a shout out to Hollow Tips. At Hollow Tips, everything begins with top shelf cannabis, the raw material for our clear, pesticide-free extract. To bring you the cleanest hits, great attention is given to all details in innovation, cutting-edge designs, and luxury. Our signature Holotips cartridge and Deuce Deuce battery are engineered to deliver an exquisite cannabis experience. We only create products that are not only high quality but also stylish, safe, and satisfying. For those who strive for originality, who work hard and play harder, who expect the best from their cannabis, Holotips is here for you. Shout out to our sponsors. We are nothing without you guys. Yes, indeed. All right, man. Let's get back to this shit right here.
Yeah.
Let's get back to this shit. So you got shot.
No, okay, so we have to also go back to the third one that's gay after that. 'Cause
Oh,
that's a
We
good
can
one.
finish that one.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna go. No, we got time.
Should
Go
we
ahead.
finish that one
Yeah,
and then
whatever
Yeah,
order
yeah,
you
yeah.
want. I'm
Shot?
so hooked.
Yeah,
So-
come on. How do you get shot?
Okay,
stage
so
is
getting
yours.
shot. I was in 10th grade. Carlsbad, California. Shout out.
Carlsbad,
San Diego.
California.
One of the whitest towns ever, probably. I think there was more like, I think there's like 5 black people that went to my school.
You can count them all.
Yeah, it was so white. But the guy that shot me actually was white. I hate white people, but
I hate white people.
I was
that
gonna
white.
say something
they're
about
the
like that's kind of
sketchiest
racist.
people. No,
Like I
they're
was gonna say I didn't
sketchy.
think it was the black guys.
No, not at all. No, so I smoked a lot of weed. I smoked weed my whole life. Like I used to own a dispensary, so I'm very open about smoking weed. But I used to buy from this one guy, and my neighbor also bought from him. And I didn't really hang out with my neighbor because I knew that he was like a little mentally off. And so I would always avoid him. But one day my friend went to rehab for coke. And she was like a mess. And I told my mom that day, I was like, I've been smoking a lot of weed with my neighbors. Not my neighbors, all my friends. Sorry, I'm the neighbor. But so I was like, I need to stop. I just shouldn't do this anymore. I just want to admit it to you so that you hold me accountable. I'm 16 and I'm like, look at me. I'm a stoner, but I'm not that bad. So the next morning, my neighbor calls me and he never calls me. Like we don't know each other like that.
How does he get your number?
From our friend Chris, who sorry,
Good.
Chris. No, it's
so long
there's
ago.
so many Chris's too.
Right,
Come on.
yeah.
Our friend Chris, I guess gave him my number, or maybe he just had my number because we all went to the same high school. I don't know. But he texted me, he's like, come smoke with me before school. And I was like, no, I just quit yesterday. Like, fuck, wrong timing, right? So I'm like,
I hate that.
and then it's just permeating in my brain. And I'm like, come smoke with me, come smoke with me. I'm like, one last time won't hurt, right? So
Start
I'm
again
like,
tomorrow.
all right. I'm thinking, he's like, I'll give you a ride to school. And I didn't have my license then. So I was like, cool. I can sleep in a little bit more. He'll give me a ride. I'll go high to school. Like, I love that. Let's do it. So I go over to his house, didn't get dressed for the day yet. Like I had a t-shirt on that said like money changes everything, which is funny. I'll remember that to the day. It was an Obey shirt. It was like so interesting that I was wearing that shirt. But he smokes me out. I'm sitting there like reading a magazine on his couch, smoking. He goes, I have something to show you. I'll be right back. Goes to his room, comes back with his hand behind his back, points a gun at me, like an antique like rifle basically. But it I don't know what it looked like. It was like so confusing to this day. And he looks at me and he goes, get naked, bitch. And I go, no, this is not happening right now. This is not happening. I was like, you're joking, right? Because I was like, this is not my life, right? I'm like, no, this doesn't happen to me. And I was like,
plot twist.
Yeah. And I was like, you're joking. And he goes, I'm not fucking joking. Get naked. And I go, no, I'm not going to get naked, first of all. And I just like put my head and my hands into my stomach because I was like, if I get shot in my brain or my eyes or my temples or my stomach or heart, I'll die. So I just like went like that and like covered that. And the next thing I knew, he shot me right here.
But like you knew for sure, because I'm assuming you going into that position, you knew for sure like he's going to shoot me. He ain't fucking around.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, I was shaking. Like I smile about it because I feel so awkward. I don't know what else to do. But
I smile when
people
I'm
are like, why are you
too.
laughing? I'm like, because it's
Same.
funny now, I guess.
No,
but
it's not. But,
yeah,
but it's it's awkward.
Yeah.
Dude, so he was in high school with you.
He
So
was a year
he's a
above
kid.
me. Yeah, he was a junior.
Where
So
were
what-
his parents?
Yeah, what?
His mom was at work. We had like single moms. We lived in these condos that were like nice condos.
You know, back in
in
back in the day when our
my
parents
mom's
like
gone.
we would stay home for school. You know, that's when you fucking
Yeah,
you
yeah,
chilling, going
yeah.
to the dudes.
That's how I got pregnant.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Oh my
So yeah, and so I was like, no, I'm not gonna get pregnant. And then he shot me.
No, I'm not gonna get pregnant.
I know, not get pregnant. Not gonna get naked. That too. I'm not gonna get
Both.
naked in order to not get pregnant.
Was he? Hold on. So this is a question. Was he like somebody that you might have fucked if he didn't
No.
do that? Oh, okay. I was like, was he good looking or anything? Like it may.
Well, she was like, he was already the weirdo kid.
No,
like,
no, 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 no.
he
I know,
had,
but I'm
like-
just saying, like, if he would, you know,
He
maybe
had
would
like a
put the right
big
moves.
mean pit bull in my neighborhood, and he would just be like, "Meh," like he was crazy guy in my neighborhood that people
He
are like,
needed
he's
therapy.
weird,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah,
he
yeah.
had just screws loose. Like I don't want to say that he.
Did he go to jail?
So the police. I was scared to press charges. I thought he was gonna come in my window and kill me. I didn't press charges. So he shot me, and then he goes, I didn't think there was any bullets in the
Idiot.
gun. Oh my God. And I was like, he was like, that was just air. And I was like, this is not
This is a
air.
bullet. I'm
I
bleeding.
feel like this is really bad. And he goes, let me see. And I go, I'm not wearing a bra. I came over here
So all
in
of a
a
sudden he's
t-shirt.
getting naked again. Like,
And
here you go back to getting
and I go, and
naked.
he's
like,
like,
how
get
long
naked.
do you got
So
in
I
the room?
hold my non-existent boob while he's like, please just let me see. And he lifts up my shirt and he goes, oh, fuck. And I'm like, really, dude? So I get up, I go to the
What do you mean?
bathroom.
You're standing through all
I
this?
know she's like,
No,
so
I was sitting
calm.
on the couch.
No, but you're like just
Yeah.
up and talking.
because I knew that this was
She
going to
was
be the
high.
worst time of my life. Otherwise, like I had to figure out how to be calm,
Oh my
like you're saying. Otherwise, so I go to the bathroom and I look, and there's blood just like dripping down my back, and I black out, and I grab the bathroom like doors, like in an earthquake kind of thing. So I didn't pass out. I was like, I am not passing out at this guy's house that just told me to get naked and shot me.
Yeah.
what the hell?
He would have panicked.
So I was like, I'm going home. I have to go. I have to call my mom. I have to call like the ambulance, whatever. And so I did. And
you were able to walk, like, and everything, like.
yeah, no, I was like, it was right here. It was so weird because I was in the most pain ever, but I was honestly fine. It's
maybe
the
you were just
weirdest
like in
thing.
so much like in shock.
The
Yeah,
adrenaline.
so
Yeah,
because
adrenaline
people
and-
think I'm crazy. I called my sister at her work, and I'm like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And she's like, "It's really." She had worked at a restaurant. She's like, "It's really busy right now."
I've been shot. Bang,
And I was like, "I just got
bang.
shot." She's like, "Call
that's-
an ambulance."
Dude,
And I was
you
like,
didn't write a song
I
about
didn't
that?
know who to
You know what
call.
though? I'm that sister because if my sister would have called me like I did this, I'd been like, yeah, right, bitch. Call 911. Like, why the fuck would you call me? Call 911.
I didn't know.
Like,
I didn't want to be dramatic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, "Did I get shot? I'm okay right now." So
You
I'm,
never
like,
written a song about
confused.
this?
No.
Dude, dude, everybody that has been
I'm not
shot,
a rapper.
50 Cent, dude,
Lil Wayne.
you know, just fucking, this might be the hit. You go
I
back.
guess.
Oh my
I
god.
guess. So the cops came to the hospital. My mom was there. I got x-rays, and the doctor was like, it's touching your lung between your ribs, and like, I'm not going to get close to that to remove it right now. Like, you have to let the tissue go around it and go to a plastic surgeon. So it costs $10,000 to get this fucking bullet. He's like, or else you'll go to airports and beep every time you go through security and everything. And I'm like, are you serious?
No.
I was like, they're like, oh, you can leave it in your body if you want. I'm like, no, I do not
I don't
want
let
this
that in there just to let
bullet.
people
And then when
know.
she goes to
Pop.
Oakland, she's like, bitch.
Yeah.
I've been shot.
Oh my
Crazy,
gosh.
yeah. Yeah, that
That's
was 10th grade
Fucking
though.
wild ass.
Yeah.
Hell no. As a mom, I would shoot that
Oh,
kid back.
dude, going
What
back.
shoot that kid
Same,
back?
no.
What
I'm
did
like,
your
my
mom?
was
How
way
was
too
your mom
much.
like chill on that?
She just talked to the other mom and like had her pay for all the hospital bills. So I didn't.
That
have to
mom
pay
would have
for
got
that
a
money.
beat
I know,
down.
my
Oh,
mom
yeah,
is
for
I would have
boring.
beat her and her son, and then I would have been in jail.
I was genuinely scared of him though. I'm like, if he shot me already, what else is he gonna do? You know
Did
what I
you
mean?
guys move? Like,
Eventually, yeah.
oh my god.
Yeah, I wanted
hell
to move
no.
that day.
Yeah.
Dead
See,
ass.
I would have made her move.
Yeah, I would have.
I'd have been like,
If it was
bitch,
your
you
daughter,
move or your
yeah.
throat slit.
yeah, we
My
are.
dad goes, if you would have told me, because I didn't tell my dad. But he said, if you would have told me that, I would have.
Wait, what do you mean you didn't tell your dad?
I
She's
didn't.
like,
I was
"Dad, can I
scared.
go to your house
I was
this
scared
weekend?"
my dad was gonna
I'm on my
kill my
period.
neighbor because he shot me. Like, who says get naked,
So what?
bitch,
So
and
what did
shoots
you tell
them?
your dad?
I told him like 4 years later.
How did
didn't
your
live
dad
with my
not
dad.
kill your mom
Right?
for not telling
They
him?
just don't talk.
Oh,
so it's the whole
wow.
thing.
Yeah, see, that's why I'm glad me and baby mama got a good
Close,
relationship.
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, fuck that.
You know what? Having I grew up with just girls. I have 2 older sisters, 3 of us,
Yeah.
and there would be times where we get in trouble, and my mom would be like, "We're not gonna tell your dad, okay?"
Yeah.
Because as
It's
a
a
dad,
whole
you're like,
nother issue.
you're so Papa Bear, and it's kind of like, yeah, he's gonna overreact. So
He's gonna want to kill people.
But
over
we
this.
knew, like, oh,
what it is.
like she would tell us, "I'm gonna tell your dad," and we're like, "Fuck!" And then my dad wasn't the type where you would get your ass beat. He was like, sit there and like. I remember I crashed my car when I was like 23,
Ooh.
and he.
And what happened? Tell the whole
Oh,
story.
this was bad. So he crashed it.
Were you drunk?
I'm not gonna self-incriminate. It was bad. So I totaled my car. They had to tow it home. And as it's pulling in, my dad's like watching it getting pulled into the driveway. He walks away from me. Like over a week later, he comes over to me. And it was like, he's a truck driver. So he comes over to me and he's like almost in tears. A week later, and he's like, I look at that car and my heart breaks. Like my dad's like my real friend. And he's like,
yeah.
what would I do without you? Like
Those are the words.
Yes,
dude.
the
Those are
words.
Damn.
he was like, I'm thinking about all the things that could have happened to you. Like, where would I be? Where would his family be? Like, you have children. And I was like, I'm
If only-
so sorry.
Men we dated acted more like that.
Exactly. That's why I feel like I'm so like
Sorry,
cool with
but
being
yeah.
single because I'm like,
Yeah.
y'all got me fucked up. You
You
know
do-
who my dad is?
Yeah.
Dude, my dad
That's-
caught me smoking weed, and then dude, I thought he's gonna whoop my ass. Like, dude, oh, I'm dead. So I get back to the crib. We get back to the crib, and he's walking back and forth, like he's in the garage walking back and forth,
Easy.
and I'm like, but he's praying.
Oh.
God help me. I don't know what to do I don't know what to do in that. And like whatchamacallit. So next thing you know, like I'm like, oh man, this is worse than like, yo, just beat me.
Can't you
yo,
just slap
beat me. Come on, man.
Start yelling at me now.
Yeah, exactly. Yell at me, like do something. And whatchamacallit, he just said, he goes, he calls me down. I'm sorry, I failed as a father.
Oh.
What? How does this turn on you? Yo, this is me.
But
like
yeah,
I'm doing that messed up.
Being a father now, do you ever have moments like that? Because I do.
Oh no, not yet. No, dude, Harmon is the
Oh, yeah,
best.
she's so
the best
sweet.
daughter in the
She's
world.
so
Like,
sweet.
yeah.
I mean, like I don't feel like my kid's ever done anything terrible, but it's like there's moments where because there's 2 of them, so they fight. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, no, what am I doing as a mom that they're not getting along? And then I think about me and my sisters. I'm like, it was WWE in my
It
house.
has nothing to do with your parents.
We were
Your
like,
parents are told to get the other one in trouble, if anything.
I think it's
That's all.
It's part of growing up, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like for me, I was locked up in the house. You know what I'm saying? I was a church boy all my life. Finally going to a regular high school. and you know what I'm saying, and experiencing stuff that I've never ever seen before. You know what I'm saying? Because I went to church school the whole time. I was locked up in that whole situation. So now that I'm seeing this, like, yo, what is this? Oh, there's ass and titties over here. Like, yo, what is, like, damn, look at that booty. Like, yo, so like, but I'm still trying to keep my composure and be a church boy. Yeah, and be the church boy. But then, you know what I'm saying? Like, the boys is like, yo, hey, hit this. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I hit it. One night I hit it, and whatchamacallit, I think it was the first time that I ever tried smoking weed. That was the day that I got caught.
Did you feel like
Really?
being like in that controlled environment, that when you were let loose, you went wild? Like, because I had friends where their
like
parents,
I just go
kid mentality.
like I had, not that they were even like church kids, but I had friends that their parents were so strict, and then we would go out as like teenagers,
And
and,
then
they
they'd
were the
get
one
wild.
fucked up drunk, and I'm like,
The one that's
girl,
lying to
here's
their
some water.
parents.
Yeah,
It's always and
and I'm like, you have to be home at I'm like, you got to be home at midnight. So why are you?
Yeah.
Like, wake your ass up.
You're like carrying them in and like throwing them in their bed.
Yeah, and then I'm like, your mom's gonna think I got you drunk. Like, I'm dropping you off. Like, no, bitch, sober up. Like,
Yeah,
Always
no, like
the preacher's kid.
like
Oh,
yeah, like my families are all pastors
Yeah.
and like all that. So no, I didn't. It wasn't like that with me, but I did. Like, I'd go to like the house party, or I'll go to. My dad told me once, he was, if I ever find out that you're going to a party or any of the dances at school or whatever, he was like, I'm gonna whip your ass. So dude, this is,
Dancing.
yeah. I'm telling you, my family is.
they're playing thong song. That's
Yeah.
what.
No, dude. So check this out, right? So they let me go. They let me go to. What's the first
Like homecoming?
dance? The homecoming.
Yeah.
So they let me go to homecoming, right? And I go. And I was a football player too, so I was kind of good. I was okay. So I was cool with all the varsity people and all the varsity coaches and everybody. So as soon as the game was over, I went to the dance. And mind you, I was talking to this girl that she was a senior, and I was starting to get to know her, whatever, with the whoop. Dude, I was at the dance, and then all of a sudden, like, we're dancing and stuff. Mind you, the football game's only been over for like 30 minutes.
And your dad taps you on the shoulder.
Dude, the DJ stops the music. It's like Sam Hernandez.
No.
Your mom is at the door. Your mom is at the door.
Tommy's all like thrust deep.
Dude, I'm like, no, yo, and everybody,
That's fucked up.
You just keep dancing.
dude, everybody's just like, yo, like, oh shit, but no, but everybody knew. They knew that I get in trouble. I'm like, just like shitting it, like, oh my god. And then my boy Joe Moreno, he's the class president. You know what I'm saying? The quarterback, class president, Mr. All-American. Whatchamacallit, I was like, bro, I need you right here, bro. And he was like, I got you. So he walks me out to my mom. I was like, hey, how you doing? Like, sorry, we were just talking to the coach wanted to talk to him about getting to might bring him up to varsity and all this bullshit, whatever. And dude, I got away with
liar.
it. Dude, got away with it that time. Oh my god, dude, I thought I was gonna die that one. But that was the worst. But that's how bad it was. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then that same year, I ended up getting with that girl. And I got caught going to a party. And my parents were pissed. So I ended up sneaking out and running away from home for about 4 days. And whatchamacallit, staying with her and her mom.
Oh wow.
And I heard my mom go knock at the door at her house.
And you hid under the couch.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was hitting my mom. If I find out my son, my mom don't cuss. If I find out my son's here, I will come over here and I will whoop your ass and I will whoop your mom's ass.
Like,
And like, and dude,
I
my
believe her.
my mom went ham. Like, yo, it's crazy.
Oh my gosh. See,
Yikes.
I never, ever had been put in that situation.
Because
my mom showed up at a party with my sister.
My mom would be like, I remember like, oh, we're gonna go to the high school party, and she'll be like, okay, let me give you a ride. And then she'll be like, are you guys gonna like be a few hours? Should I wait out here? Do you want to call me? Like, my mom was that mom.
See,
And one time,
maybe that's why we get along so well, because my mom was
my
really
mom was
pretty
that mom,
cool
and she
too.
would even like buy us alcohol. She'd be like, if you get caught with this, the homeless man bought it for you. But she saved a girl's life one time too. It was like Halloween. And they were dragging this girl out, like she was fucked up drunk. And my mom was like, hey, where are you taking her? And they were like, she's not breathing. And she's like, oh, fuck. And so my mom like pulls over and she's like, Ariel, go break up the party, tell them that we have to call 911, tell everybody they need to leave, especially if they've been drinking. So my mom like literally organized
Saved
Dude,
the
that-
day.
the whole thing. Like nobody went to jail that
She
day.
saved her
That
life
is an
plus
epic
the.
mom.
Plus the whoever was throwing the party with the underage
Dang.
drinking.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, my mom's a hero.
Wow.
Your mom's a legend. Hacienda Heights legend.
real. For real. They're like, can your mom come to more parties?
Yeah, so I'm like, I feel like I have to do that with my kids, and like my daughter's
Yeah.
12.
Well, honesty is everything.
Yeah, and
My
my
mom would be
daughter-
like, tell me where you end up. Tell me how much you're drinking. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll come pick you up. if you need me
Same.
to.
Like I tell my kids all the time, I'm like, don't do anything with your friends. Like if they have drugs, alcohol, anything,
don't
like
trust anyone.
yes, I'm like, don't, because you don't know. I was like, they're like you. They don't really know if that's really what it is, like what
Yeah.
they took or what was really given to them. And I was like, don't do it. You want to try something? Come home where I can protect you.
Yep.
And they're like, you're crazy, mom. And I think that makes them not want to do it even more. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're like, I wanted to do that. Like, that's not fun doing it in front of my mom.
Like I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
how I'm gonna be with Harmony on that.
You have
It's
to be
hard.
honest.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I
Oh no,
don't-
no, no, no. I know. But no, I know.
She's,
Honest.
I feel like she would be so honest.
But
I
she
don't
knows-
want
but-
to,
but
but it's
she
like
knows-
I want to protect them.
Like Harmony knows like my problem with alcohol,
Mm.
and she knows the reason why I went sober. You know what I mean? Like I've been open with her for everything. You know what I mean? Through all that,
beautiful.
and even like now that I'm drinking again, like she's like, Dad, are you okay? Like you know what I mean? Like I was like, yeah, baby, I'm good. She was like, I was like, or she'll ask me, can you come pick me up right now? And I was like, baby, I can't because I've been drinking. And she was like, oh, okay. Well, you better not too much.
Aw.
Like you know, of course, like you know what I mean. So it's like hopefully like you know it gets to her where you know what I'm saying she don't want to drink. Before when I went sober, she's like, oh no, I don't ever want to drink because I see like how it does to you, what it used to do to you. Because I know before, like obviously I'm not as bad as I was before, but before like yo she knew like you know, I wouldn't come home or whatchamacallit, my Crystal would call like Harmony would have to go to work with my mom because I wouldn't come home.
Oh,
Oh.
shit.
You know what I'm saying? And
They didn't know where you were.
And they couldn't find me. They
Yeah.
couldn't, you know what I'm saying? They didn't know where I was at. And then Crystal would have to come pick her up on a random day, which is
Early.
not her day. And like, yo, so it's like, yeah. All right, so we just took a little break real quick. We had to go get some more shots.
some tahini.
We had to get some more shots and fucking get more litty.
A little loose.
So we're gonna get litty and suck some titty. I'm just playing. I just wanted to say that. She's like oh.
I was like, your autocorrect is so funny. Last night.
Yeah. Yo, so let's get number 3.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
We haven't hit number 3 yet.
number 3 is the most exciting and the most recent. So
Oh shit.
I don't know if it's the most exciting. It's the most weird for sure. So I started dating him. You know when you just see somebody and you lock eye, like it's like love at first sight kind of thing. Like he was at the restaurant I was working at, sitting at the bar, and I was just like, "Oh, what's up?" And he
You got a
was like-
boner?
Well, I thought he was okay. So I had this gay best friend at the time, and he was doing my hair, doing my makeup, whatever. And we got really close, and he even went to like one of my best friend's weddings with me. I was with another guy at
Ariel,
that.
what are you doing?
I'm like enjoying this shot.
Dude, no, she's just like
You're like-
fucking.
I was like
Your best
really like,
life.
woo.
It's so good.
Don't
My
mind me over
face
here.
is like hot because the tahini.
if you
is
come to
so
Sage,
good.
you gotta get the Mexican candy shots.
These
Shout
are
out
my
to
so
Moy.
good.
shots of all time.
So good. I don't know
Shot
what's in
number
it.
3.
but
Yeah,
it's good.
I'm watching you and I'm seeing her doing all these little tricks and I'm just
I was like trying to get the tahini on my finger.
dude, I'm like, what the fuck?
Nah,
Dude,
you're always my
I eat
business.
Tapatio in my free
Yo,
time.
my bad. Go.
I get it.
Go ahead.
Sammy
Back.
Sam's fucking
Uh-oh.
ADD.
Yes, it's same.
Shut up and take off your sweater.
I don't
So-
want a bra.
Even better.
So we fell in love at first sight. I thought.
Oh, you thought he felt the same way too?
No, he was like, "You are the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. I would do anything to be with you." And I was like, I like that, first of all. And so I dated him. Oh no, let's be real. I went on a first date with him to his dad's apartment complex jacuzzi. First mistake. And
Like, is this a date or a hangout?
it was for sure a hangout. But then,
fucking
so
date.
afterwards, I was like, all right, well, I have my own apartment because I'm a grown woman. And I was like, we can go to my place. And then after that, he never left. So I was stuck with
Ooh,
him.
Lord.
And I was like, but we're in love. So I'm confused, but I'm pretty sure he's just like doing this because he has nowhere else to, like, he was living in his dad's apartment.
he was one of those. He was one of those dudes. Like,
Yeah, it's like you
jumps
either
from girl to girl.
you either have a hustle or you find a girl. That's my
Well, that's
Yeah.
his hustle.
yeah. So I was like, all right, I know this guy's game, but like I'm having fun, so whatever. So I had someone to go to Palm Springs with. I had someone to go to
I was
Catalina
just gonna
with.
say that. Like, is it really? Because I've been in a similar situation, and it's like, is it really that much of an inconvenience? Because it's kind of like,
I mean, I
it's
spent
fun.
like $7,000 on him, so it was an inconvenience, I'd say, in the end. I mean,
But was the sex good?
But no,
Yes.
no, not just that though. It was
Yes.
good.
But yeah,
and
you're getting.
comfortable
Let's
and
say-
good and like 8 times a day, dude. He was working.
Not everybody thinks it's used like
He
as,
was
like, you know,
working.
some people just they want some good fucking sex.
Not just that though.
You just want
on
like
top
money
of
and
that,
shit.
no.
No, I
was
wonder the
I
answer.
was in a
want both.
similar situation, and it's kind of like, okay, because she said I went to Palm Springs, I did this, I did that, but it's like, would you have done those things if you didn't have him?
No, I would have been in
So it's
bed
like I feel like
alone.
it was kind of like a give
But
and take.
okay,
Like you got to still experience that. You had a good time.
But
It
that's
was
why I
still
think
worth it.
relationships are all about experiencing life more and to a different
Like it would be
extent.
one thing if you were like, I went to Palm Springs and it was all on my tab and I had a terrible time.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
would
yeah,
be a
yeah,
different
definitely.
situation. But if you're like, we had the time of our lives in the moment, it was
Yeah.
great. Shit kind of didn't play out the way I thought it was going to play
Yeah.
out.
It was
so
worth
wasn't
it for sure
yeah,
at
it
the
wasn't
time.
a bad
I was
thing.
happy
I
as
feel you.
fuck for a while, and I was like, I need like Stella got her groove back kind
See?
of thing.
you
You know, I was like,
On
it's
it.
whatever. Like I didn't mind
No
spending the
regrets.
money either because I've had guys spend money on me my whole dating career,
Yeah.
pretty much. So I was
Dating
Like
like,
it's so easy for a girl.
you
Like
like
it's
that?
it sucks. I hate double standards because like we were talking about this on one of our podcasts too. Like double standards fucking suck. Because for a guy, like poor guys, you know, I feel like the guys that know how to hustle girls, I give it to them because it's not easy.
No,
But like for a
and
girl,
job in
I could
itself.
literally, I could be like, yeah, I'm a boss bitch. I got me.
Most
And
of
then
the
the
time-
next minute, I'm like, nah, you got me. I'm a boss bitch. Like,
You know, it's crazy. Most of the time, it's
Totally.
the good looking dudes that just like it's the good looking dudes that got nothing to going for themselves, but that's what they do. They just hustle
They
from
play.
They hustle from girl to girl and from place to place, and next thing you know, they getting their baby boy on, riding in her car. They driving her car and shit.
I will always back up Jody.
What it was.
I'm like, I will always back up Jody. He put some rims and he tinted Yvette's windows.
hey, he put it. Jody was with it though.
He got her some new clothes. Jody kind of
Whipped
put
it
it
up.
down.
I
love that.
He
I
took
love
care of
that.
little Jody.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
All right.
Like, yeah, there's
Back
real
to the
benefits though to it. I mean, he would. I have to pay for parking at work. He'd be like, "Oh no, girl, I'll go park this for you," and I'll walk. Whatever. There's definitely benefits to the relationship.
he's like, "I'll drop you
like I said,
off."
we had sex 8 times a day on a good day, 6 on a bad day.
Damn.
And so I was like, this is this part of my life where
Yeah.
I'm like, I just turned 31.
Oh, so you're at the
Ooh,
peak.
yeah.
Where
You're peaking.
I'm horny as fuck. And I
give it
didn't
to
believe
me.
that. And now I'm like, okay, I believe these bitches now. Because before I felt like I didn't even know, like I had a lot of sex, but I didn't know what sex was. It wasn't
Yeah.
for me. It was for the dude. And now that I know how to get myself off, I'm like,
Yeah, it's a whole different.
a whole nother world. And game.
That's what I said. The girls, once the girls turn 30, like they start experiencing and getting familiar with themselves, and it's a whole
Yeah.
different. It's a game changer once you get it for yourself.
Yeah.
I
'Cause-
agree.
You know, like, guys, you guys are born with being able to just come, first of all. And it's just like,
Wait. Okay, so now we have another branch off question. So you
Right,
didn't
yeah.
orgasm till after 30?
oh, well, man, I
Or just
did
not as
myself,
often.
but not from somebody else.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Like,
'Cause
okay,
I'm
so
like, I've
I've-
been orgasm.
Orgasming.
You're
Yeah,
done
no,
orgasmic?
my parents caught me masturbating at like 5 years old.
Oh shit!
And I got in trouble in preschool for pinning boys down and making them kiss me. I was
her.
like, I'm mom and you're
I mean,
dad. And this
I
is
don't
what
want
we
you
do.
in class with my son, but I like you.
Like, thank God I'm 31. But yeah, I think that sexualism has been in my life since day one, but I was raised a hardcore Christian, like you're saying. So it was all suppressed. And I was like, I wasn't allowed to talk about it. I didn't know what it was at all, to be honest.
And that's why like it was weird for me when I first experienced the sex with the girl, or even finger banging a girl or whatever, because I didn't know, I never had that talk with my pops, you know what I mean? Or I never had that talk with about sex or anything. For us. And then back in my day, for us to see sex, we had to fucking see the fuzzies. That's the way we watch porn. Dude, that's the way we watch porn. Showtime, we try to get the Showtime
Like, you
channel
barely
to see the
get
fuzz.
it.
Like, yo.
You hear
I saw titty.
Like,
So see, with that being said, like earlier we were talking about like partying and drinking, smoking as a teenager. This is my own personal opinion, is I have nephews and my own children. They're young. They're under 10. And when they say little sexual things, like their parents get uncomfortable and they like sit up straight and they all look at each other like, what do I say? And so I try to normalize it. And then like my nephew was saying something like, oh yeah, sex, ha ha ha. And like, he didn't know what the fuck he was saying. He was using it wrong. Yeah. And then I was like, do you know what that is? And he was like, no. And then I was like, oh, sex is like, you're a boy and I'm a girl. Because technically, you look at your license, female, male. So then after he was like, oh. And so my thing was just to have him recognize he used it wrong. Which he did use it wrong. And then, it was deceiving. But it's kind of like, I deceived him. So later on, when he really finds out what sex is, I'm like, Auntie Ariel's a fucking liar.
Fucking hoe-ass Ariel.
Fucking hoe-ass Ariel.
She tried.
But then my sisters were like, oh my gosh, Ariel, like, don't tell him that. And I'm like, no, you got to normalize it so if you sit there and be like, oh, that's a bad word, then when he's with his friends, he'll be like, oh, sex, haha, bitch, yeah, like they use it wrong and they think it's funny, and it's like, no, you think it's bigger than what it is. So let's normalize it, neutralize it, and downplay it, and like move on.
I think you're right. Downplaying it is probably the best.
Yeah.
Instead of making it a big deal, because then they're gonna be like, oh, what really is this word?
Yeah. Then that makes them a little bit more curious.
Yeah, definitely.
People think like making them scared about it is going to be a better idea.
Yeah.
I
disagree with that.
Sketchy.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like,
as a dad to a girl, I get that.
Man, like,
so.
But this is the crazy thing is my daughter knows. She knows that I'm crazy. She knows, like, I don't know. She just knows I'm crazy.
She knows who your dad is.
Put it this.
That's a dad thing.
Put it to you this way. She changed my name in her phone to Crazy.
I love that.
I'm like, wait, why?
Call it what it is.
Like, this ain't daddy. This is crazy.
I was like, wait, why do you put my name like that? She's like, because you're crazy. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like, yo. But what's even funnier is that I have the podcast stickers, the I Eat Ass stickers, and I didn't even really think anything of it. And then the other day, I was posting one. I was we were at,
you was gonna put it on my house.
Hey, in our city, we both live in Hacienda Heights, so whatchamacallit, like they're all over Hacienda Heights now. So I was putting one on the sign, and she was like, "Oh, that's for your podcast, huh?" I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Hi, that's funny." And I'm just like, "Oh, Sammy I didn't even think about it. Like, yo, oh my god."
Sammy left my house and he's like, "I put one on your car," and I was like, "Did you really?" Like, I didn't know if he was fucking around or not, and I was like, "Cause I'd be cutting people off at school, and I already have like other bumper stickers with my son's jersey and his last name. They already fucking hate me, so I'm gonna pull up and then be like, this bitch eats ass." Like,
at your Instagram,
suspend her. Then they're gonna Google me and be like, "That's hoe ass, fuck her."
Dude, oh my god.
But at that point, you also have to be like, yeah, that is who I am. Get out of my way.
Same. Like I tell everybody all the time. My kids are a little bit older, and I had to tell my kids, like, when I made hoe ass Ariel, I was like, hey, this is what mama's doing, because I didn't want little kid to come up to them and be like, look at your mom.
Yeah, they have to be like, I know and I don't care. She's a boss ass bitch.
And I don't want my kids to have to feel like they have to defend me or anything.
But that's what's weird is everyone protects the kids. Like, they're not gonna grow up to be just like us also. That's what's confusing to me. I'm like, don't let them know that what you do, or don't let them know about this or about that. And I'm like, they're gonna grow up and figure it out eventually and be mad at you that you didn't.
That's why I love to, like, when it comes to kids, I love to downplay shit and be like, it's really not that cool. Like nah.
Yeah.
And so that, like, they kind of and kids fucking love they're so easily influenced by each other. So, like, let's say my son will be like, yeah, being a hoe's like whatever, and then all his friends will be like, yeah, being a hoe's like whatever.
Yes. Start
let's water that shit down.
I love that. You're like, I'm contrling my whole son's
He's like,
whole friend group.
Hoes. My mom's a hoe. That's cool. Let's move on.
I
They're just
am not
girls.
a
It is
whore.
what it is. I am not a whore, but I like to do it.
She's like, nah,
That was
like,
my
I
song. I
am
was
a
like,
whore.
I forgot about that song. I love that song.
it made me. That's what really made me feel more comfortable in my skin is LMFAO, honestly, because I was just like, people are like, "You're a groupie," and I'm like, "Am I?" Watch my names come out in the credits and in the thank yous.
Ooh.
Thank you very much.
That's funny.
I'm like, they're like, "You're a groupie. You're this." I'm like, yeah,
Sure, Bob.
I'm a groupie. I'm
I
also
love it.
doing great things, but that's not
Yeah.
interesting.
I'm a
for you to
paid
recognize.
groupie, bitch.
Yes, exactly.
I'm a paid
I'm a
groupie.
paid groupie.
Wait, hold on.
Exactly.
Okay, so we never went back to the we
Number
didn't finish-
third one.
Number three.
Three?
Yeah,
Sorry.
we branched
Okay,
off.
yeah.
See?
So long
Fucking
story short, we
trees.
fell in love. I was taking care of him. We had fun and whatever. But then, so yeah, we dated for 6 months total. 3 months into the relationship, or 4, I'd say, probably actually. He proceeds to tell me, or he had told everyone at my work, which is terrible because
Yeah.
then everyone knows that. He was like, "Oh, me and my baby mama had she had a sugar daddy." And then he offered us even more money to have her suck his dick while he face fucked the sugar daddy. I'm like, that sounds confusing. but-
Yeah, so she was sucking his dick while the sugar daddy was sucking his
She
dick.
was sucking the sugar daddy's dick while her baby daddy was face fucking the sugar daddy. And so my friend walks up and goes like, so you're gay? And he was like, no, man, that guy was gay. He was sucking my dick.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Where are the lines drawn?
Oh
where?
my
Really?
God.
Where?
though? Like,
Where
oh
are
no,
the-
he was
Yo.
gay. Okay. All right. Whatever you say.
That's
Yeah.
so
So I found that out and
interesting.
I was like, I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know what I do from there.
Wow.
But like, okay, did you not know how to feel because he was getting his dick sucked by a guy, or because he was just kind of flat out cheating?
No, he wasn't cheating.
So that's not cheating.
No, he was with he wasn't with me.
Oh, this was
This
before.
before he met me.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
it was
so you found this
before
out,
he
like,
met
when you were-
me.
Oh, okay.
That's
so this
what
is
he
like
was
prior.
doing.
Okay, so I thought you
Yeah.
were like, this is still going on.
No, but so
4 months deep.
then while we were dating, he like started living, like I said, you can't live with me. Like, I don't know what your plan is, but like we've been together for 4 months and you've been staying at my house this whole time.
So after
Like,
you found that out, like you're like,
I was like, what's going on?
Like
Yeah.
shit started to unravel.
Yeah, and I was just like thinking, like, I'm not in love. What is happening? Like, this is not what I
The
think it
honeymoon
is, kind of thing.
stage died.
Yeah, very quickly after I
Super
found out
fast.
some very crazy things. And so I was like, you need to leave. And he met this family, this guy named, I'm not going to
No
say
names.
his name.
yeah.
No names.
This guy named No Name. He started staying at his house and he's 19 years old. And I'm 31. My ex is 26. So he's younger. But that still doesn't make it not weird for him to be like staying at a 19-year-old's parents' house.
Mm-hmm.
And this 19-year-old is rich, like his parents are rich as
Mhm.
fuck. And so I was like literally texting him, and my boyfriend had said that 19-year-old is bisexual. And I was like, I know exactly what is going on here. You were living with me for free, and then you found some little kid who's 19.
He's
and
a
his
moocher.
family is rich to go move on to that. And so yeah, he's gay. Like
Yeah.
100% through and through, whatever. Gay for
Like, is that gay though? Is
not
he
even
still with
pay,
him?
just-
Like, I
no,
think
the family kicked him out.
I want to call him a Frank Gallagher.
Frank
You have to
Gallagher.
watch Shameless.
Oh, okay. I don't want. Oh, his
Frank
dad?
Gallagher, yeah, he just does what he needs to do to survive. He doesn't care if it's a guy or a
that's
girl.
exactly
He'll do it.
what it is. Exactly what it
A
is.
guy, a girl, it don't matter. It's survival
Like,
mode.
sorry,
Survival.
but that's the truth. I feel bad for saying it.
I
but
kind
don't
of like,
at the same time.
no, I don't agree with those people, but it's kind of like if you're smart enough to swindle them.
But then, like I
who
said,
might have
to
hate
you,
on a hustle?
everything is a job in itself. Like that, him swindling me was a job. He had sex with me 6 times a day, and like went along with whatever.
He's like, nah, now I
wanted.
gotta fuck this bitch one more again. Fuck my life.
Damn.
I like to think that was his doing, not mine, but whatever. But yeah, I mean, everything's a job at the end of the day, don't you think?
I agree.
Nothing's
I
for free.
totally agree
Yeah.
with you.
And even him dating me wasn't for free. I'm like, I'm not the ballin' ass bitch you need to be chasing. First of all, you need to set your sights elsewhere.
Like,
But,
I am not the sugar mama you's looking
Yeah,
for.
I'm like, I'm looking for the same thing.
So
bro.
now, like, what is your status now? Chasing the newest gay guy? no, just saying.
Pretty
I hate
much.
you, Sam.
I'm like, I want to say no, but
Shit happens.
Like, your type is the gay guys.
I like sensitive for sure.
I like sensitive.
I don't know.
Dude, yeah. So
I feel like
I
we're
don't
so
have a type.
like men mentality
Yeah.
or guy mentality, male mentality. I end up being with a lot of sensitive guys too, but in the beginning, I'm like, oh, they're not that sensitive, and then they are, and I'm like,
Guys with issues. I'm just like,
ugh.
I should be dating girls at this point.
dude, there's so
I'm
many.
like,
That's so yeah. You should.
I feel like
Not to
guys
say
are
anything
a
bad
lot
about girls,
more-
Do you fuck with girls?
Okay.
How many girls have you actually had sex with?
I've
Like,
never
Ariel's
had
She's
throwing
my
the booty at you.
soulmate.
Like,
I've never had sex with a girl.
The first time for
Ever.
everything.
There's
Yeah.
a first time for everything,
We
baby.
are
I'm
only
waiting
fans.
for the one.
Come on, baby.
No, but I like girls. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Have you ever
love
eaten pussy?
girls. No, that's what I'm saying. I feel like that would constitute.
See, I don't
sex
think I could
almost,
ever
right?
be in a relationship with a girl.
Yeah, girls are
I
crazy.
can't. Yeah, I can't
Girls
cater
and
to
girl
you.
relationships are crazy. You just gotta fuck them.
I
Yeah.
recently, can I just tell you? the other night,
Yeah, I like it.
Mhm.
I was at.
We're all like, yeah,
Okay, this girl was like, "Don't tell anybody," but here we are. No.
yeah. We don't have that. We only have a couple
But
thousand
I'm
listeners.
telling.
I was at Bungalow in Huntington Beach, which is
Yeah.
a good
I
spot
wanna
to
go.
meet cool
Yeah,
people,
Bungalow's
beautiful
good.
people. And I was like, I'm not going out, whatever. My friend was there and he was buying us all tequila shots. So I was like 12 tequila. Like, I
Yeah.
don't drink tequila and I get real happy off tequila.
Mm.
So then this girl's staring at us from across the bar and the guy next to me goes, "That's my ex-girlfriend." And I go, "Really? She's so cute. What do you mean?" And he was lying. It wasn't his ex-girlfriend.
Ah.
But it
good
started the
play.
whole like thing. And she came and talked to me and she's like, "My name's blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "You're so beautiful." And she had fake boobs and I was just like, "Mwah," and I was like grabbing her butt, just like whatever. And Bungalow's not really the place that you do that at, but I was drunk, so I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
care.
yeah.
I was just like
Shit.
all over her.
Well, Bungalow's a
And-
day party. I feel like at day parties, like
Yeah.
you do whatever.
It's a
Anything
little-
goes.
Yeah, because
Mhm.
everyone's blacked out by
Yeah.
6
Like you
p.m.
tread that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
6 p.m. It's blackout. It's blackout hours. You know what I mean? Like
you switch
it's a
it's a
crowds.
free for all.
Yeah. So I was it was my friend's birthday. It started at noon. So I was feeling it
Yeah.
by 7 p.m. I was like, all right. I started making out with her.
Ooh.
And she's like, "I've never made out with a girl." And I'm like, "Really? What?"
Well, you're
That's
really
crazy.
fucking good at it.
I'm like, "How old are you?" She's like, 37. And I'm like,
Oh.
first of all, you look not 37. You're hot.
Oh,
as
her pussy
fuck.
was probably throbbing for sure.
She was like, "I have 3 kids." And I was like,
Oh, man. She
Then
was
has
extra
lit.
I
throbbing.
go, "What was your name again?" And she told me. And I go, "We went to the same high school."
Yeah.
We dated the same guy.
Dude, shut the
Fucking
Let's
fuck
call
up.
him up
player.
real fast.
Right? And so she's like, "You can't tell anybody. You cannot tell anybody."
She's like,
and I'm
"I'm
like, "I don't
married."
go to our hometown. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
going to tell." Well, now I'm on podcast, but
Oh, my
They don't
God.
know.
Did you finger bang her or anything?
no. And so I was going to go home with her. And then this guy was like, "Let's have a threesome." And I was like, "You're not cute. Like,
You're not invited.
I would rather just hang out with her." So then she left with a guy. And I was pissed.
Ah.
I was
She's
like,
a tease.
I was like classic like lesbian piss. Like, you left with a dude. Meanwhile, I'm straight. And I left with a dude also.
God.
I'm gonna leave with a
funny.
dude too, bitch.
Fine. Dick is on the menu for
Oh,
tonight.
man.
Didn't want that
But so
fish
no,
anyway.
yeah, I've never had sex with a girl, but I've gotten close many, many,
Have
many
you finger?
times.
So have you finger banged?
No.
You never even
Has a
like-
girl finger banged you?
No.
No.
We're not living life.
Oh, man.
I agree. And so
Oh, you're
now
coming out with
We're
me
not
and Ariel
living
tonight.
life. Yeah,
Yes.
let's go.
Hey,
we'll podcast about
Where
it
did
tomorrow.
Mega Booty come from?
Okay, so
Mind you, shit. So
Have you seen that
her
booty?
regular Instagram is Megan Perry
show.
Show, And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I get a
Request.
request from fucking Mega Booty. I was like, yo.
With 3 O's.
And I was like, yo, what is this? And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. So, okay. When I've had a big butt my whole life, like a bubble butt. So when I was in 6th grade, people used to call me Mega Butt. And then my
You're so
AOL
lucky.
instant messenger, right?
Well,
It's
you're
a
so
white
lucky.
ass bitch, right? So
Your
then
AOL instant
my AOL
messenger.
instant messenger was Megabutt006 for
That's
10, 12
hilarious.
years.
What did your parents say to that one?
They were like, "Oh, you have a bubble butt, yeah." Like, you're welcome, I guess. But they weren't cool back. Like when I was in, not my parents, but big butts. Like when I was in 6th grade,
That was the
this
thing.
other girl, Ashley. There's so many Ashleys, doesn't matter.
Ashley Butt. Ashley
They
Big
said,
Booty.
"Oh, she has. Look at that girl. She has a fat ass," which was negative at the time, and I was like,
Oh.
"These people don't get it." And in my little 6th grade brain, I was like, "They just don't get it. That's crazy. She's beautiful. She was perfect." And I
Yeah,
would make
all
fun of her
proportioned.
for having a big booty.
Now
it was a
now-
white girl.
Now
Yeah.
they probably
Now we're like,
"Yeah,
Ashley, where you at,
she
girl?"
at?"
Yeah, white boys don't know what to do with
So
that though.
you guys go to her, subscribe to her pages, both of them, Megan Perry Show, and then the Mega Booty.
With 3 O's,
Mega
Mega
booty.
Booty.
Mega Booty.
There's some good pics.
Yeah, you got good pics. Definitely good pics.
I
I
don't.
was like,
They're always by water. I don't know.
I was like,
how
oh
or why.
shit, I want to eat that. God damn, you know what I'm saying?
Sammy showed me last night. He's like,
Every
look.
message.
And I was like, ooh, stolen.
Yeah.
Recreated.
No, you have my. We should take butt
Yeah.
photos together.
Yes, let's do it.
So
And
We're
she
gonna
also has an
collab.
OnlyFans, so you know what? What do you
On
do on
the
your OnlyFans?
OnlyFans.
Do you finger bang yourself?
Not yet, but I will if you want.
Coming
me to.
soon.
Yeah,
We're gonna
definitely.
do a shoot together.
Yes. Please.
Fabulous.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Sammy's not invited.
What are you talking about?
He has to
Girls
subscribe.
only. Fans only and girls.
Even Sammy has to subscribe individually.
just Venmo
Look at
us.
Sammy's so
Venmo
mad.
us simultaneously.
He's so mad.
too.
Like I linked you guys.
Every guy wants the free though. They're
They
like,
do.
oh, but you should just put this on your Instagram.
You know
I
what?
get it.
I'm like,
'cause
to be honest,
I'm promoting it.
I show Sammy, I'm like, Sammy, this one good? He's like,
Yeah.
your face right there. Edit that one now.
No, so you need that though. You
Yeah,
need that
exactly.
Male,
You do need that.
male perspective for sure.
Yeah.
For
You're the
shizzles.
editor.
Anyways, man. Hey, we love y'all. Thank you to Megan for coming out.
Thank you.
We
Thank
appreciate you.
This was so
Yeah, this is number 8. I think this is number 8. Number 7 or 8. I still don't know what number this is. But we thank you
See.
guys for getting better. Next week we have the Sam's
Takeover.
The Sam's Hospital Takeover.
Woo!
So you know that shit gonna be a little wild.
We're gonna move Sammy out of the way.
I want to come.
I'm gonna be in the middle.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna be in the middle and just fucking just.
We're just gonna be like,
yeah, ass and titties all over my face.
ass and titties.
And then
ass
yo,
and
I'm
titties.
hopefully we have our Patreon already set up by then, so that way the ad people can buy the after hours
And the
shit.
like uncensored.
Yeah.
Nasty
Yeah.
shit.
So again,
Define
thank you to our
nasty.
sponsors. We love you. We will see you
Mwah.
next week. And please, hey, tell a friend. Tell, you know what I'm saying?
Repost.
Send us
Send it
something if
out.
you like it. You know what I mean? Like,
Tell
I'll be
us if
sending
you
it.
didn't like it.
yeah. If you, trust me, we appreciate
Save
it
it.
if you didn't like it. So,
Yeah,
you.
I always get complaints about Sammy.
Fuck you, hoe.
In the ass.
I'm obsessed.
Bye.